After watching an episode like this, you gotta stop and think for a second and compare the two, Itachi and Sasuke. In this episode, Itachi is, I believe, 6 years old for the majority of it. I think there was a little bit of an age jump or whatever, or he just kind of looked older when he had the ninja band after he graduated. But ultimately, Itachi's 6 years old in this episode, and he was wondering and started to contemplate and question certain aspects of life and everything to do with a village and being a shinobi and stuff like that. And those things that he was contemplating are the same things that it took Sasuke 16 years. It took him an additional 10 years to get to that point of questioning things. Now, obviously, the circumstances are different, but you gotta think for a second. Not only that, but Sasuke also had a lot more living experience than up to this point Itachi has had. Yeah, Itachi's been on the battlefield and he's seen a couple different things, but Sasuke's been through a lot. I mean, fighting to the death with his best friend, you know, going on different missions, wanting to kill his brother, then his goals constantly switching because of the circumstances and shit like that. Sasuke had a lot of different things, so it took Sasuke a whole trial and tribulation of life and 16 years to get to that point of questioning things, because those are the same questions he was asking when he was there with Orochimaru, and it took, you know, all these dead people from the past to finally put things into perspective in Sasuke's life, not to mention certain other aspects which we won't get into. But Itachi at 6 years old had that mindset. That just goes to show just what type of individual this dude was. I mean, not only that, but if you look at the episode, he was almost more so a father to Sasuke than Sasuke's actual father. Their father was basically just more so worried about the Uchiha and the village and his responsibilities, and the mother just kind of like folding clothes. And did you notice throughout the entire episode, one of the only things that he just kept on saying to Itachi, you know, the father, is, "Good job, that's my boy, good, you know, that's my boy," and stuff like that. It was almost more so just like, "Yeah, I'm proud of you," and that's pretty much all he really gave him. It was like a couple lessons here or there, but I think that was one of the flaws of him, is that he was more so looking at his children as like, "Oh, okay, part of the Uchiha clan, and you know, I'm proud of you," but it wasn't more so like, you know, how a father would bond with his son and things of that nature. Now, granted, of course, again, these are different circumstances, but I mean, look at the relationship Naruto and Jiraiya had. They had more so of like a real bond, and they would do fun stuff together and things like that. He just was kind of like, "Ah, yes, you're really intelligent, yes, you're really smart, good shit, good stuff," but that was about it. And I think that's why as well Itachi was kind of like a lost soul in a way, like he's contemplating, well, you know, what is life, what is death? And then he more so was leaning towards, okay, I like life. And I think that that was because of Sasuke kind of seeing him, which, by the way, I ain't gonna lie, it was funny to see Sasuke as a happy little baby. It's like, yeah, that's probably the happiest and most nicest you're ever gonna see that motherfucker in the entirety of the Naruto series. Also getting the introduction of little Shisui in this one, and I guess Shisui was slightly older than Sasuke or something along the lines of that, because at that point you already see that Shisui is a shinobi and he's still at the academy, but then Itachi graduated, so it's kind of like, yeah, there's some sort of age gap. And I'm curious, was he just being modest when he told Shisui, "Oh yeah, I'm still nothing, you know, as good as you," or was it that he just felt like that because of the age gap? I think Shisui could tell that Itachi was probably on par with him, and it was just kind of more so a respecting, because even at that age, you know, they try their best to keep their respect and stuff like that, and that's why he kind of approached it like that. A couple other interesting tidbits about the episode was seeing that girl, which I'm hoping that that's going to be the chick that ultimately becomes Itachi's girlfriend, and I hope to get to see more of that throughout these episodes and throughout this little Itachi Shippuden arc or whatever the case may be, because that's something that was kind of like, whoa, you know, of course, you know, killing your family already as it is, you know, your mother, your father, your entire village and shit like that, but then also on top of that, killing your girlfriend, the woman that you love and shit like that. Yeah, that's some insane shit. And of course, they had to add a little bit of that Danzo shit. Gotta love the fucking Danzo in this episode. Like, fuck Danzo. I'm not even gonna get into that. Like, I've said that in too many reviews already. Like, you could just see in this episode, he once again inherited, but took it even to a further extent, the ideals of the second Hokage. The second Hokage, he just kind of wanted to watch them, but it wasn't really hate. It was like, you know, I don't really trust them too much. This motherfucker was like, yo, put them in a bowl of dog shit. I don't give a fuck. We gotta watch them. They're shit. Fuck them. So yeah, fuck Danzo. But good episode. And honestly, this episode made me feel like, oh man, I can't believe it's over. And it's a really good feeling, because it's been a really long time since I watched a Naruto episode and been like, man, it's already over. So I'd say about a 7 out of 10 good stuff, getting to see Itachi's climb from the bottom to the top, so to speak. And I mean, seeing the beginning of the episode, I was glad that they didn't really focus too much on the whole Toby stuff and all that shit. It was just like, we've seen it a million times. They even reused some animation from the QB going crazy and shit like that. Don't care to see it, just focus on Itachi, and that's what they did. So good stuff there. But let me know what you guys think. First of all, do you think that that's going to be the chick that is ultimately his girlfriend that he has to kill during the Uchiha massacre? And what do you think about seeing Shisui in this one? Do you think that indeed Shisui was still, you know, stronger and wiser than Itachi at that point, or were they already kind of like on even levels, even at that age gap? And your thoughts on what I started off this video with, saying that Itachi at 6 years old was contemplating the things that it took Sasuke 16 years to get to and think about. You know, bro, thoughts. But thanks for watching. If you enjoyed anything about this video, make sure to drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, stalk my Facebook to get more of me when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.